Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks.
Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan.
You are listening to Cool FM, live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening. This is koolNews at 6 and live from the remote location for now. I'm Kara along with DJ Steven. So Steven has a live report to share before we get into the headlines. So Steven, your mic is yours for in the meantime.
Thank you, Asphere, Cairo. Good evening. This is koolNews at 6. I'm Stephen Iwanagdas, so reporting live from the Carino Grandstand. Preparations are underway for the 46th anniversary of the Jesus Lord Church Worldwide. The Pentecostal Charismatic, the largest Pentecostal Charismatic Church in the Philippines, that started in 1978, founded by a former activist and former martial law activist, and now a faithful congressman and a Bible preacher, Brother Eddie Villanueva, together with his 15 college students at the PUP. Right now, we're here at the Carino Grandstand for as most of the brothers and sisters in Christ are having their dry run for what becomes the 46th anniversary, entitled "Christ is the Answer," which na 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 some Filipino leaders and Christian leaders from the Philippines and around the globe will be also participating in this event. At the same time, before the anniversary started, there were Senate and Congress commendations, House of Representative commendations in the as they celebrate the 46th anniversary, recognizing the purpose of nation building and Christ-centered core values for every Filipino. For the JL Church 46th anniversary will be starting around tomorrow, 3 p.m. Philippines Standard Time. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube at the JL Church at their JL Church pages. It will also be watched on Light TV, God's Channel of Blessings, which is the media part on the Zoe Broadcasting Network, who also handles A to Z, the block time channel with ABS-CBN. After this anniversary, expected there will be a 4-part special to be aired on A to Z and Light TV respectively. For the fan-made networks, it will be watched on Able Media Channel and MSRI Spirit What's Buzzword. Once again, this is Stephen Iwanagdas from the station that cares for you. Ito ang Cool FM. Mapapakul ka dito.
Thank you very much, DJ Steven. And now let's get into the main headlines for this evening. Kerwin Espinosa, a self-confessed drug lord who claimed that he was just forced to implicate personalities in the drug trade, has appealed to Senator Ronald De La Rosa to change his ways and avoid making up stories just for politicizing. At the 8th hearing of the House of Representatives Court Committee held on Friday, Pantanga's 2nd District Representative Kervil Lustro, near the end of her interpellation, asked Kerwin if he had anything to say to De La Rosa after the resource person made scourging revelations. Kerwin earlier claimed that De La Rosa ordered him to implicate former Senator Laila de Lima as involved in the drug trade, warning that he and members of his family would suffer the same fate as his father, former Albura, late Mayor Ronaldo Espinosa Sr., who was killed while in detention. Sir Pato de la Rosa, I hope you change your ways. Let us avoid creating scenarios motivated by politics where individuals' reputations get destroyed just because they are not your personal allies. Let's avoid that, he said. Let us not forcefully create storylines to pin down a specific person. That's what I can tell Senator De La Rosa, he added. Kerwin also told former President Rodrigo Duterte, the sitting president when his father was killed, to validate information first and be worried about people around him trying to sway him. And to our former president, what I can say, Mr. Duterte, I hope you validate each report you would hear from people around you. Validate these properly so that people will not be hurt, he noted. Earlier, Kerwin claimed that De La Rosa, after fetching him from the airport in November 2016, accompanied him to a bulletproof vehicle and eventually ordered him to implicate Peter Lim and De Lima as involved in the drug trade. Kerwin said this interaction between him and De La Rosa happened right after his father died. It could be remembered that last April 2022, Kerwin recanted his allegations against De Lima, testimonies which became one of the basis for the drug-related cases filed against her. According to Kerwin, his statements against De Lima were false. They were merely the result of pressure, coercion, intimidation, and serious threats to his life and family members from the police who instructed him to implicate the senator into the illegal drug trade. For this, undersigned apologized to Senator De Lima, he added. Kerwin apologized to De Lima again during the court committee hearing, admitting that the picture which was used to support allegations that the former senator was involved in the drug trade was a mere coincidence. First of all, I'm asking if, ma'am, you are monitoring this hearing of the Quadcom, please forgive me if I was swayed or tricked during that time to drag you in false accusations and the picture was coincidental. It just so happened that my family was vacationing in Bye and we saw each other and I asked for a picture with you and they used that as evidence, he said. Ma'am, from my heart, I'm sorry, really sorry, ma'am, and whatever plan you have after I made claims that you are involved in illegal drugs, I'm prepared for whatever you may do. He added, speaking in the mix of Filipino and Bisaya. Kerwin's father, Espinosa Sr., was killed last November 2016 while he was in his detention cell due to illegal possession of drugs and firearm charges. He asked that he not be taken to the Yete sub-provincial jail in Baybay City as he feared for his life there. Then on November 5, 2016, under the command of Superintendent Marvin Marcos, a criminal investigation and detection group team from Eastern Visayas conducted a breakdown operation to serve a search warrant on Espinosa Sr., whom was suspected of keeping a gun and crystal meth or shabu inside his cell. Meanwhile, Senator Ronaldo Pato del Rosa said he would punch Kerwin Espinosa in the face if he saw the self-confessed drug lord in person and called him a liar following Espinosa's allegations before the House of Representatives Squad Committee on Friday. I can only say to Kerwin Espinosa that he is a liar. When I see him, I will punch him in the face. He is too much of a liar. De La Rosa told reporters in a phone interview on Friday after Espinosa claimed that he was ordered by the former top cop to implicate Peter Lim and former Senator Laila De Lima in the illegal drug trade. The senator then proceeded to defend himself, maintaining that the only time he talked to Espinosa was when he asked if Police Colonel Jovi Espinito received money from the confessed drug lord. According to De La Rosa, he visited Espinosa to ask about the matter personally. I just wanted to confirm what happened with Espinito, whether it was true that he was receiving money from him. It was that night after the Senate hearing because I was really disturbed by what he said after Espinito supposedly taking money from him, De La Rosa recalled. Other than that, we didn't talk about anything else. How can I further implicate Peter Lim? What would I gain from that when there are investigators already looking into him? He added. The former top cop said Espinosa was not a credible witness in the first place despite his cases being dismissed. De La Rosa said the truth stands that Espinosa remains to be a drug lord. People know that even though he's jailed at the NBI, the drug operations are still running in his area in Albura. It's still functioning because he's still the one in control, he claimed. As former President Rodrigo Duterte's top cop during his administration, De La Rosa was also the chief implementer of Duterte's road campaign against illegal drugs, which landed him on the roster of officials who were accused of crimes against humanity by drug war victims' families before the International Criminal Court. It is now 6:10 in the evening, and we will get into the international headlines along with the entertainment headlines and sports when we return here on koolNews at 6.
May tanong si Seaman Rodel. Pare, may insurance plan bang nagbibigay protection sa akin at nag-iipon para sa pag-aaral ng anak ko?
Oo naman!
Sa Sun Life Grepa, gets ka namin, sagot ka namin. Client can avail of Sun Life Grepa policies while in the Philippines.
Ang galing! Pang matagalan.
Parang tayo lang, Han.
Everest Appliances.
Babe, ano ever best decision mo in life?
Siyempre, building a home with you.
Everest Appliances. Health, wellness, energy saving. Everbest from Everest.
Makisaya at mapagpala sa ika-46 na anibersaryo ng Jesus is Lord Church Worldwide sa October 12, 3 p.m. Luneta Grandstand. To God be the glory!
Baby Diaper, ang lampin ng bayan from Megasop Hygienic Products. Available in open tape and baby pants.
Labanan natin ang virus, palakasin ang immune system. Uminom araw-araw ng C+ Vitamin C. Hindi basta-bastang vitamin C. Hindi 500 mg, mas pinalakas ito. Ginawang 1,000 mg talaga. Kauna-unahan sa Pilipinas na 1,000 mg vitamin C with zinc, rose hips at bioflavonoids. C+ Vitamin C. 10 pesos lamang kada tableta. C+ Vitamin C. Uminom ng isang tableta pagkatapos kumain. C+ Vitamin C. FDA approved. Para sa inyong mga orders, please call 0966-963-9705 or 0968-572-0844. Please follow our Facebook page, Nature's Medic Center for Alternative Medicine.
Where does your power really come from?
Power to learn.
Power to cure. Power to create.
Power to connect with loved ones. Hello? Mom!
At Aboitiz Power, we aim to provide reliable and sustainable energy. Powering you and life. Aboitiz Power. We power you.
Power up with Imugene. Makahatag og kalagsik aron perming update ka makini sa ginseng, noto ginseng ug astragalus nga napamatud-an na nga makapalig-on sa resistensya ug immunity sa lawas. Imugene, your energy and immunity booster. Mapalit sa inyong mga suking butika. Now approved therapeutically.
Hard to pronounce but easy to transact.
Ay, padala ko na lang sa sa Imloliler.
Nahihirapan ka rin bang bigkasin ang brand name ng M. Lulier? English speakers commonly pronounce it as Lulier. But for Filipinos, mas madaling ibigkas ang Luilier. Pwede rin gamitin ang initials na ML, which stands for M. Lulier. Pero kahit anong pronunciation pa man yan, lahat pwede. Sa M. Lulier, mahirap man bigkasin, mabilis, at madali naman ang bawat transaksyon. Walang cheche-boreche.
Namiss kita. Ikaw pa rin ang hinahanap-hanap ko. Alam ko you're still the one. Buti na lang, mas affordable na versus previous price. Ang best tasting creamer para sa kape mo. Coffee Mate.
Hi, gusto ko i-check ang status ng PhilHealth ko. Pero wala naman akong time para pumunta sa PhilHealth office.
Ay, madali lang yan. Pumunta lang sa website ng PhilHealth para makita ang iyong membership at contribution records gamit ang iyong laptop, tablet, kahit cellphone. At kung self-paying member ka naman, pwede ka pang magbayad ng contributions mo doon. Kaya mag-register na sa PhilHealth member portal gamit ang iyong PhilHealth identification number. Mag-login lang sa www.philhealth.gov.ph.
This time check brought to you.
Oh no, ganyan kapag feeling hulas. Atasha Mulak here. Stop feeling hulas with new Palmolive Naturals Cool and Fresh. My cooling feeling at long-lasting bango up to 24 hours with regular use.
Sige na, sagutin mo na ako.
Ano ka, sinuswerte?
Yes! Sa San Miguel Beer, Tansan Katutak Panalo under the Crown promo. Uminom at silipin ng Tansan at baka manalo. May 6 na Toyota Zenix HEV, 40 Yamaha NMAX na motor, 250 Samsung A15 smartphones, libo-libong San Miguel Beer shirts, jackets, at libreng beer. Up to 100 million pesos worth of prizes. Sali na sa San Miguel Beer, Tansan Katutak Panalo under the Crown promo. Promo from July 1 to December 31, 2024 for DOH FDA CFRR permit number 0 0646 series of 2024. Drink responsibly.
Hindi birong maging isang ina. Dapat hands-on ka sa maraming bagay, lalo na sa mga iniinom na gamot. Dapat ready ka. Kaya kapag may sakit sa pamilya ko, gaya ng sakit ng ulo, sakit sa katawan na may kasamang lagnat dulot ng sipon, allergic rhinitis o sinusitis, Simdex D ang ipinapainom ko. Gamot laban sa sintomas ng trangkaso. Simdex D is available in Mercury Drug Stores and other drug stores near you. Phenylpropanolamine hydrochloride malate paracetamol is the generic name of Simdex D. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Also available Simdex D syrup for kids and Simdex D Forte for adults.
Paboritong evening tambayan ng bawat kalamaw, napapakinggan at napapanood pa sa radyo. Sa pagsapit ng alas 6:30 ng gabi, kami ang iyong makakasama.
Ito ang May Tulugan!
With Master Gio, Fridays and Saturdays on Cool FM.
Cool FM.
Welcome back to Cool News at 6. Let's continue with the headlines. As President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Friday assured the United States of continued support from the Philippines for efforts promoting shared interests within the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN. In his intervention during the 12th ASEAN-US Summit, Marcos emphasized the Philippines' commitment to initiatives. Excuse me, you just heard the loud thunderstorms in our area here. All right, back to continue with our headlines. Marcos emphasized the Philippines' commitment to initiatives aimed at fostering regional peace, stability, and prosperity. Please be assured of the Philippines' continued support for projects advancing our common interest in the collective peace, stability, and prosperity of our region, Marcos said. The President acknowledged the U.S. unwavering commitment and contribution to ASEAN, particularly its active presence in the region as a force for peace, stability, and security. President Marcos emphasized that ASEAN member states equally value the consistent support of the United States for ASEAN centrality in the evolving regional architecture. We welcome initiatives by the U.S. to provide a platform and opportunities to exchange views on a diverse range of issues, including topics on emerging technologies, energy transition, and climate change and maritime security, including through the Institute for Rising Leaders Fellowship, Marcos said. Marcos called for the continued implementation of the ASEAN-US Strategic Partnership Plan of Action 2021 to 2025 and its annex, which covers all ASEAN community pillars. He also voiced support for the adoption of the 2024 to 2025 ASEAN-US Trade and Investment Framework Arrangement and Expanded Economic Engagement Initiatives Work Plan and the ASEAN-US Summit Leaders' Statement on Promoting Safe, Secure, and Transferring Artificial Intelligence. On environmental issues, President Marcos said the Philippines welcomes the first ASEAN-US Ministerial Dialogue on Environment and Climate Change, along with the forthcoming support from the U.S. to the ASEAN Center for Diversity. On health cooperation, we certainly appreciate the U.S. continued support for the number of critical health areas. These include infection prevention and control, public health emergency and management, regional laboratory diagnostics, and pharmaceutical regulation, President Marcos said. Marcos said ASEAN welcomes the launch of the ASEAN-US Center at Arizona State University, describing it as an important step in deepening economic and cultural ties between the regional bloc and the United States. The President expressed optimism about future initiatives, including the ASEAN Youth Volunteers Program, Fulbright ASEAN-US Visiting Scholar Program, Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative, and ASEAN-US Institute for Rising Leaders Fellowship. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Friday voiced grave concern over the worsening humanitarian situation in Gaza and the escalating violence in the Middle East, urging all parties to negotiate for peace. The Philippines, as well, is gravely concerned over the catastrophic humanitarian situation in Gaza and the increasing tensions in the Middle East region, particularly in Lebanon, Marcos said in his intervention during the 19th East Asia Summit in Vientiane, We urge all parties to refrain from escalating the violence and to work towards a peaceful resolution of the conflict. The President reaffirmed the Philippines' support for a two-state solution, calling for Israel and Palestine to coexist peacefully in mutual security. Marcos, meanwhile, reported that the Philippine government has mobilized its resources to repatriate affected Filipino nationals. According to Philippine authorities, 192 Filipinos in Lebanon are prepared to return home, while 413 more are in progress. On the situation in the Korean Peninsula, Marcos reiterated the Philippines' stance on peace and stability and called for its denuclearization. He condemned North Korea's recent intercontinental ballistic missile launches, emphasizing that such actions undermine regional peace, security, and stability. He urged the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or DPRK, to comply with all relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions, and welcome the Republic of Korea's efforts to promote peace and stability in the peninsula. We have consistently supported the call for a complete, verifiable, and irreversible denuclearization of the TPRK, he said. Marcos cited the audacious initiative and the 15 August unification doctrine as important efforts to advance peace. He then called on EAS member states to renew their commitment to an open, inclusive regional order underpinned by the rule of law as a means of addressing global challenges and fostering peaceful resolutions to conflicts. The EAS consists of 18 participating countries, the 10 ASEAN member states, Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, as well as Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand, the Republic of Korea, Russia, and the United States. And the Iloilo Provincial Health Office conducts sanitary inspection and dengue vector surveillance in Barangay Conaynay, Santa Barbara on September 4, 2024. Cases of dengue in Iloilo province are declining, but the public is encouraged to sustain anti-dengue initiatives, especially since cases are still above the outbreak level. Dengue cases in Iloilo province reached 10,075, with 25 deaths from January to October 5 this year, but on a declining trend, according to Iloilo Provincial Health Office on Friday. Based on the dengue epidemic curve of the province, the dengue cases are steadily declining, but we are still above the outbreak level, Provincial Health Officer 1, Dr. Ronnie Labis said in a media interview. Labis said the highest number of cases was 1,122 on the 32nd mobility week from August 4 to August 10 before steadily declining in the succeeding weeks. The latest week monitoring by the Provincial Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit covering the September 29 to October 5 period posted 329 new cases and 2 deaths, the highest coming from the municipality of Lanao with 78. The Provincial Health Office will schedule a dengue death investigation to verify if the new case was indeed due to dengue, he added. The health officer added that the number of barangays with clustering of cases declined to 94 from 146 in the last reporting week. He said the public and the implementing local government unit offices were reminded to continue implementing the 4S strategy and other activities against dengue to ensure protection from the disease. The 4S stands for Search and Destroy, Seek Early Consultation, Sub-Protection Measures, and Support Fogging and Spraying in case of outbreak. Meanwhile, he said the province has no positive cases of Mpox, categorized by the Department of Health as a dangerous communicable disease. The province has 5 suspect cases, but the results of the specimens were negative of the confirmatory testing. Surveillance activities by our hospitals and rural health units continue so we can immediately respond and prevent its spread in the community should there be any detected case, he said. And a village councilman was arrested and anti-narcotics agents seized from him more than 20 million pesos worth of mid during a bypass operation on Thursday afternoon in Jolo, Sulu. The suspect, Kaber Jaldailani Yuko, age 46, a councilman of Barangay Lagit, Panamao, Sulu, did not resist arrest, but his compliance, identified as Wang Najar, managed to elude arrest. Gil Cesario Castro, director of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Mindanao, said Yusuf earlier agreed to settlement to an undercover agent in Bargadulay, Jolo. After handing over the illegal stuff to a poster buyer, Yusuf was immediately arrested, Castro said. I commend the efforts of all the operating units who were part of the successful operation. I am grateful for the continued support of the different instrumentalities, local government units, and concerned citizens, Castro said in a statement. Recovered from Yusuf were 3 large vacuum-sealed plastic packages of Chinese tea with Chinese characters and label Yuan Yin Wen, containing mint weighing about 3 kilos with a standard drug price of 20,400,000 pesos, the buy bus money, 2 mobile phones, and a white Honda CRF 150 motorcycle and various identification cards. The suspect is now under the custody of Jolo Municipal Police Station while awaiting inquest proceedings for violation of the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. Castro said the operation was coordinated with the police and military forces in Sulu. Now for sports. Will contract termination be one of the consequences of John Amora's recent brush with the law? It could be, according to PPA Commissioner Willie Marcio, pending the result of the league's investigation into the shooting incident that the controversial Northport player figured in after a Ligang Lapas game last September 25. Marco has put together a team that included PPA legal counsel Ogie Navarsa and Northport Governor Eric Jola to review the letter of explanation submitted by Morris, who faces attempted homicide charges along with his brother John Red, who allegedly drove the Getaway motorcycle. The brothers were released from custody after posting bail. The initial hearing of the case is set for December 4. According to Marco, the group will have to decide on whether Amores should be suspended by the BPA because of the incident, and on whether he be allowed to return and play in the Pro League again once the suspension is over. The commissioner admitted that Amores' contract remains live, but he's not been told whether Northport management has suspended the guard because of the incident that happened in Lumban Town in Laguna, where the PBA forward had an altercation with another player while playing in an unsanctioned game. Excuse me? Alright, and finally, getting into a tech news sort of, in a report made by KOB4, U.S. State Arkansas sued YouTube and its parent company Alphabet, which also owns Google, arguing that the platform is addictive and deliberately causing mental health problems among the youth in the state. The lawsuit claims the site is contributing to the mental health crisis that it has resulted in the state spending millions on expanded mental health and other services for young people. YouTube amplifies harmful material, doses users with dopamine hits, and drives youth engagement and advertising revenue, the lawsuit said. As a result, young youth mental health problems have advanced in lockstep with the growth of social media and in particular YouTube. Google, which was named as defendant in the case, denied the claims of the lawsuit. In a statement, the spokesperson of Google, Joseph Castaneda, said that providing young people with a safer, healthier experience has always been core to our work. In collaboration with youth, mental health, and parenting experts, we build services and policies to provide young people with age-appropriate experiences and parents with robust controls. The allegations in this complaint are simply not true. YouTube is not the only social media platform that Arkansas is targeting and moving to suit there, where similar lawsuits against TikTok and Facebook parent company Meta, where they claimed that the social media companies were misleading consumers about the safety of children on their platforms and protections of users' private data. Those lawsuits are still pending in the U.S. state court. In Canada, 4 schools have filed a $4.5 billion lawsuit against TikTok, Meta, and Snapchat, claiming that the social media platforms disrupt the education system. And that is it for koolNews at 6. We will return with our 45-minute edition of koolNews Primetime later at 9 before Talk with Seth. Until then, I'm Cairo. We will be back again later with koolNews Primetime at 9. Good evening.